Welcome back, folks, to a brand new video. Greece is hands down one of my favorite countries to visit. After years and years of visiting, I barely scratched the surface. So in this video, I narrowed it down to just a few. So here are 25 beautiful towns to visit in Greece. And before you even watch this video, press the like button because it actually does help the channel.
Lindos, Greece. Lindos is a town on the Greek island of Rhodes, known for its cliff-top acropolis, which features a monumental 4th century gates. At the first sight, you will stop, take a breath, to admire the dramatic natural landscape which is enhanced by the picturesque quality of the town. The views that you will find are astonishing. Over the calm waters of a wide rocky bay, white flat-roofed houses rise up from a slope from a golden shallow sandy beach, which forms a light around the north side of the castle hill. The mighty castle of the Acropolis of Lindos is enthroned above. Wonderful location for you to visit.
Amorgos. Located in the eastern part of the Cyclades, it's home to less than 2,000 permanent residents, so you can easily reach the island by ferry from Paros. This is the perfect escape for someone wanting to spend their days on beautiful hikes and walks around the island. The main sites are fairly spread out, but you won't want to miss the monastery, the whitewashed jewel perched on the edge of a cliff. Or check out the town, considered by many to be one of the most quintessential Greek island capitals, so give yourself at least a few days to explore. The largest of the Ionian Isles, Kefalonia is a veritable paradise for nature lovers. And famously praised by Louis de Bernier in Captain Corelli's Mandolin. The island offers sleepy fishing towns such as Argostoli and Fiscado. However, unquestionably, the biggest pull here is the startling majesty of the coastline, where sheer rock, chalky white cliffs melt downwards into the crystal clear waters, and of course, glimmering beaches such as Scala. But two highlights I recommend are both the cave and Melisani Lake, which are some of the best places in Greece to visit, especially if you want to see something a little different. Best of all, they are close together, so they can easily be visited in one day. Mykonos. If you like to party to dawn and be in with the in crowd, then Mykonos town is the best place for you in Greece. It's an island which has dominated the Greek social scene for years, ever since the 50s and 60s. So be prepared to be blinded by the morning sunshine and the bright whiteness of the houses. Little Venice is part of the town where the houses and restaurants go right up to the waterfront. It's quaint, and the narrow streets behind are an interesting labyrinth of boutiques and bars. Don't forget the cluster of 5 windmills on the town's coastline. It makes for an iconic Instagram photo if you snap them at sunset. Karpathos. Karpathos might be the best Greek island you've probably never heard of. It's tucked away in the southeast corner of the Dodecanese Islands, between Crete and Rhodes, where it served as a trade route stop, a hiding place, and a home to people since antiquity. The finger-shaped island, about 30 miles long, 6 miles across, is sprinkled with mountain villages and lined with cliffs and coves. Most of the residents live in the southern section. The island's attractions are secluded beaches, a fantastic network of well-signed hiking trails, snorkeling, and of course caving. So the good thing is, there's no harbour to accommodate the large cruise ships, so the main city of Karpathos remains calm and friendly. Nafplio. A popular weekend destination for Athenians, Nafplio is a picturesque little town in the Peloponnese. It's set on a bay on the eastern coast of the region, and it was the first capital of the modern Greek state in 1828, until Athens took over in 1834. Just a 2-hour drive from Athens. Now this is a popular weekend getaway, and a beguiling escape too for travellers looking to soak up the charm of coastal Greece, without the crowds. Listed on the UNESCO World Heritage Site, Meteora is a magical place in Greece. Out of the 24 monasteries it once had, only 6 are in service and open to the public. It's one of the few areas in the world where the combination of natural beauty with monasteries and religious traditions makes it an attraction for visitors worldwide. The distinctive rock formations rising into the sky have sheltered Greek religious orders for almost 1,000 years. Number 3. Hydra. Captain America's #1 enemy, and of course one of the most beautiful places in Greece, is Hydra. The island near the capital of Athens is only 2 hours away by boat. So when you arrive on the island, you first see the small port of Hydra, which is a lovely place with multiple restaurants and a concentration of beautiful buildings. On Hydra Island you won't see any cars. Everyone uses their feet, boats or donkeys. But use your feet just to go around. The car ban, along with the elegant stone mansions of the island, create this charming atmosphere and make the island one of the most serene destinations near Athens. So if you want to avoid places like Mykonos, this is the place. Lefkada is one of the most breathtaking Greek islands, and it's located in the heart of the Ionian Sea, connected with the mainland by a small bridge. Lefkada is a laid-back getaway that's perfect for travellers looking to catch a glimpse of rural Greek life. As one of the larger enclaves in the Ionian archipelago, it has a sweeping inland of rugged mountains and high-perched villages. What's more, the entire east coastline is a pretty series of hidden coves and quaint fishing villages for you to check out. They have spots such as Porto Katsiki and Kalamitsi Beach. Hopefully you'll understand my pronunciation. Like its neighbour Skiathos, Skopelos lies off the coast of the Pelion Peninsula. The Greeks claim it was founded by one of the sons of the ancient Greek god Dionysus. The unspoiled island of Skopelos is known as the Green and Blue for its natural beauty, with mountain slopes clothed in pine forests rising from the pebble beaches, and of course, the turquoise water. But with no airport, Skopelos tends to be visited by independent travellers, arriving by ferry or yachts sailing around. So there's no shortage of things to do: hiking, visiting monasteries, and of course, exploring the town.
Corfu, an island off Greece's northwest coast in the Ionian Sea, is defined by rugged mountains and a resort-studded shoreline. Its cultural heritage reflects years upon years spent under Venetian, French and British rule before it was united with Greece in 1864. Now I know Corfu like the back of my hand. 7 years worth. St George's Church, the old Venetian fortress, Corfu Old Town, Almiros Beach, so much more. So my advice to you is go anywhere and you won't be disappointed.
This beach is one of the most beautiful beaches of Milos, and surely the most particular one. It is located along the coastal road east of Adamas, northeast of Milos. The entire landscape formed by the volcanic rocks doesn't show any signs of vegetation, and is coloured entirely in a bright white, which makes an interesting contrast with the deep blue and turquoise of the surrounding waters. This amazing scenery gives one the impression of standing on the surface of the moon, and it's something that you should definitely go and check out. Next up is Monemvasia. The castle town of Monemvasia is among the most impressive places in Greece. Located on the southeastern side of the Peloponnese, Monemvasia was entirely carved on the backside of a sea rock in medieval times. This huge sea rock is not visible from the mainland, so the locals could avoid enemy attacks. The only way to reach Monemvasia was by boat, while later on the paved pathway was constructed to connect the castle entrance to the mainland. This is how the name came out. So a walk around the castle town is a travel to the past, while the sea view from the castle top is breathtaking.
Despite being relatively underrated compared to the neighbouring Greek islands, Naxos is one of the most interesting destinations in Greece. Its glorious ancient past and strong influences of the Venetians and the Franks are responsible for the abundance of ancient sites. Naxos Kora, the main town of Naxos, is a wonderful mixture of Venetian and traditional Cycladic architecture. Above the whitewashed houses of Kora stands the imposing Venetian castle, oozing a medieval charm. This is definitely one of my favourite Greek islands.
most prolifically photographed and visited Greek island is the gorgeous Santorini. Stunningly beautiful, with the main towns of Oia and Thera perched precariously overlooking the Santorinian caldera, where you can witness the famous sunsets. It's easily one of the most beautiful places in Greece. The island of Santorini has been shaped by volcanic activity with a huge eruption in the 17th century, responsible for forming the recognizable caldera shape of the island. But choose the time of the year wisely, due to the crowds of Instagrammers.
Crete. Crete is Greece's largest island, and it's known for its varied terrain, which ranges from fine sand beaches to the White Mountains. But we're going to focus on Chania town, which is a city on the northwest coast of the Greek island of Crete. It's known for its 14th century Venetian harbour, the narrow streets, and of course, the waterfront restaurants. Also at the harbour, you'll see a 16th century lighthouse with Venetian, Egyptian and Ottoman influences. This is the town where you need to head to.
Don't underestimate sleepy little Chios. Now, granted, it doesn't get the press that islands such as Santorini or Corfu do, and it may not have the legendary sandy beaches of Crete, but it certainly holds its own. This relatively large island, poking out into the sea just off the Turkish coast, has charming medieval hill villages, a truly untouched shoreline, and some sweeping inland vistas.
Number 18. Skiathos.
Owes its evergreen look to the trees scattered all over the place. But what gives Skiathos this charming and attractive character is its impressive coastline. There are more than 60 inspiring beaches with white or golden soft sand and crystal clear waters. The island is obviously famous for its lively nightlife, which makes it one of the top destinations for anyone, especially you young folk. Skiathos is the right place just for you, whether you're feeling adventurous due to its mountainous terrain, or to witness its panoramic views from the hills or the harbour of the town. Paros sits in the heart of the Aegean Sea and belongs to the Cyclades, the most popular Greek islands group. Now it's easily reachable from Athens, another one of my favourites for many reasons. Because it has one big plus: it's for everyone. It has beautiful beaches, you can do sports activities, visit trendy bars and clubs, enjoy delicious local food, admire the traditional architecture, and follow paths for trekking and hiking. The list goes on and on. Another plus is its proximity to popular other islands, so it makes it the perfect Greek island hopping base. Anosiros, one of the smaller, sleepier islands. Anosiros lives up to its reputation. It's much quieter than the towns buzzing with day trippers from the nearby areas such as Santorini and Mykonos. It was built by the Venetians in the 13th century on a rocky hill, and the narrow cobblestone streets mean it can only be explored on foot. The capital of Syros Island is considered one of the most picturesque. Clearly, there's no wonder why. The Venetian mansions, spectacular sunset views, narrow alleyways and neoclassical buildings, and of course the impressive Catholic and Orthodox churches are all worth seeing. One of the Dodecanese Islands. Now this little Paris located off the Turkish coast is known for its sandy beaches, its rich Greek and Roman monuments, and for being the birthplace of Hippocrates, credited to the father of medicine. This little gem of a town is a refreshing surprise for you visitors. Once the home to Greeks, Romans, Crusaders, Ottomans and Italians, Kos is obviously filled with history. You can take a day off from the beach and stroll around the island's capital, pass through the ancient agora and the medieval fortifications near the Hippocrates tree, and you can soak up all the history. Ios is a Cycladic island sitting in the heart of the Aegean Sea. Maybe popular among the youth as one of the top party Greek islands, thanks to the Ios nightlife. But the truth is, Ios is much more than that. Boasting the typical seductive landscape, the island has tiny whitewash houses, plenty of those tight alleyways, picturesque clifftop villages, and of course, the mesmerizing beaches. So during the day, the island can be seen as a paradise. People escape the summer heat of the golden beaches, where they take a dip in the crystal clear waters. But when the sun goes down, the bars and restaurants come alive. Set at the foot of Mount Parnassus, the Pan-Hellenic century of Delphi, home to the most famous oracle of ancient Greece, peacefully waits for you visitors. Considered the centre of the world in ancient times, Delphi was the cultural and religious hub of the Hellenic civilization. It's one of the most important and interesting archaeological sites in Greece. Delphi is famous for one thing in particular. It is home to the world-famous oracle of Delphi. This oracle was renowned in ancient Greece, as pilgrims from all over the Mediterranean would visit it to receive prophecies of the ancient Greek god Apollo. The prophecies were delivered by Apollo through the words of Pythia, the high priestess of his temple. At the end of the day, this is the perfect place for those of you who love
to take in all the history of Greece.
See me. A popular phrase used by guys to girls who have absolutely no game. Or, located in the Dodecanese, See Me is famous for its annual music festival held every July to September. Where Greek musicians descend on the island to hold open air performances. But it's known for something else. The first thing that catches your eye as you approach See Me by ferry are the colourful mansions around the port. The setting oozes charm in abundance and hands down the ultimate spot for romantic walks or sunset gazing. The port is considered the centre of the island, and within walking distance from it, there are many little villages and beaches for you to discover. Plenty of secluded areas.
Well, there you have it, folks. That was the wonderful Greece. Plenty of opportunities for you now to visit. Hopefully these 25 locations will keep you busy for a long while. If you've been to any of these, or there are some locations that you didn't see in the video, don't forget to comment below. That's it from me. As always, be good, be kind, and be careful. Peace.